The full winding would run for 2.5 hours. It has been said.
Watch your head, please. One more set of steps will put you all the way to the top.
Okay.
So watch your head, please.
Okay.
Barbara Bennett contacted me, and just walked up from Cape Meares.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to be a volunteer.
Wow. Wow.
Keep going.
He can.
Oh.
Tell people to watch their head.
Let's see. Whoa.
Well, one of the first things you'll notice about our lighthouse is that it's about 130 years old. The lens itself was built in 1887. It is very fragile, and we do ask everyone to refrain or, please don't touch the lens. It's been damaged a couple of times, and it's glass, but it's really soft, so enough of the don'ts. The do's are look around and enjoy the place. As you got a chance to watch most of the video, I guess?
Yeah.
In some cases, maybe twice. But again, this is the shortest lighthouse on the Oregon coast at 38 feet. So we only have 25 steps to contend with. Again, if you look out to sea, we're about 230 feet above sea level. But we're only about 25 feet off the ground. Because we're built on that bluff that's 217 feet above sea. The cost of the lighthouse in 1890 was $60,000. I don't know what that translates into today's money. There was quite a bit back then. The light, again, was operated by, the light source was basically just kerosene or whale oil, or whatever they could get to burn at the time. And if you use a little bit of imagination, why there was a bowl, it was fixed on top of that pedestal, and that bowl was filled with kerosene. And in that bowl, they had 5 wicks that just floated. They were circular wicks. The largest was about 5 inches around, and they just nested inside one another. So really the light source was 5 flames. Now the Fresnel lens is constructed so you have some primary and secondary lenses. They talked about the bullseye lenses that were destroyed or taken out. The bullseye lenses would fit behind these red, at that time, were glass panels. And now, of course, you just have plexiglass for display. So as the whole lens assembly would rotate once every 4 minutes, the prisms above and below the lenses would redirect the light from those 5 flames back to a highly polished reflector. The reflector then projects the lights out through the lenses. So that's the beauty of the magnification process. The 5 flames going through the clear lens and transform to 18,000 candle power flames. To the bullseye lens, which is much smaller and much more powerful, those 5 flames become 160,000 candle power. And it talks about the light being able to be seen 21 nautical miles out to sea, and that's basically where the sea and the sky come together. So the whole process is to get the light out there as far as they can, brilliant, and really be able to see it. So each lighthouse had its own optical signature based on how the lens was constructed. It's kind of like GPS back in the day. Each lighthouse is different, so you could tell where you were up and down the coast. And that was the whole purpose of it, was just to provide them information about where they were. So if you know where you are, you can look at your charts and figure out where the next harbor is, what the hazards are, and other information based on that system. So our lighthouse was powered by the hand winding of the clockwork mechanism and kerosene until 1934. A generator was installed, and the electricity took over with a light bulb in the center and an electric motor to rotate the lens. In 1963, the Coast Guard came along and had a better way of doing things, and that's when they put a 2 million candle powered beacon up on the blockhouse up on the hillside. And that's since been replaced with satellites. Back in '63, that was the neatest thing going. It was all automated. And that made the lighthouse obsolete, so the Coast Guard locked the door to walk away from it. In the mid-'60s, after sitting vacant for a couple of years, it was vandalized, and that's why a lot of the pieces are missing. And then in 1968, the Park Service took over from the Coast Guard with a little lease. And they offered an amnesty program for return of any bits and pieces of the lighthouse that could be brought back. In 1980, they opened it for their first tours in April of that year. So April of 1980 were the first tours for this lighthouse after it had been closed for 17 years, I guess. Then fast forward to 2003, with a lot of help and in coordination with the Friends of the Lighthouse, which is a Tillamook County philanthropic group, they raised a whole lot of money and donated hundreds of man hours to refurbish the lighthouse to where it is today. So that's